Markets are holding here above the 20-day moving average. Not a lot of risk here at the moment. The percentage of stocks above the 200 and the 50-day moving average remain fairly high, so there's not a lot of risk of a big downside move here currently. Here's what you need to know before the bell this morning. We got a little bit to catch up on since last week, and I know we were out. I apologize. Hope you've been watching our daily commentary. That's been out on the website. We updated that yesterday. But the market continuing to basically not do a whole lot. We just kind of remain trapped in this consolidation range that we've now been in for really since mid-December. Markets haven't really made much of an advance here. Continuing to work off that overbought condition. We're about halfway through that process. Have a little bit more to go, but this kind of churning action of the market is keeping that from happening more rapidly. Again, if the market's just sold off, we would get oversold very quickly, but because of this kind of back and forth of the market, it's causing this reduction in that overbought relative strength index to take a little bit more time to get to an oversold condition. We remain in a MACD sell signal as well. We're working through that process as well. We are approaching zero, and that's, we're again about halfway through that process as well. So again, the market's doing fine. There's nothing really wrong here. Interestingly enough, the trades that were wrapping up the end of last year, small cap, mid cap, international, emerging markets, those have all kind of given up the ghost. Small caps have come under a good bit of pressure here lately. We're also seeing a rotation from the last year. The last 2 months of the year had some good winners going on in kind of some of the beaten down sectors, and a lot of that was just repositioning for the end of the year. Those have all come under pressure. The big winners of the last couple of days in particular have been NVIDIA. AMD was up like 8% yesterday. So seeing money go right back into that previous Magnificent-7 trade from earlier last year. The question is, are we going to kind of repeat that all over again, where it's just a very narrow market advance with a lot of stocks lagging? We'll see. It's a little too early to tell, but we are starting to see some of that rotation. In particular, we saw this last week, that consolidation back into that mega cap growth trade has certainly picked up some steam. But again, markets are holding here above the 20-day moving average. Not a lot of risk here at the moment. We have a good bit of stock, the percentage of stocks above the 200 and the 50-day moving average remain fairly high. So again, there's not a lot of risk of a big downside move here currently. But again, this market's just kind of not going anywhere until we get kind of some of these conditions overbought. This morning, futures are pointing lower. We've seen this over the last couple of days, but markets have rallied back by the end of the day. We'll see if that happens again. But that's what you need to know before the bell this morning.